when you get a situation where they're both talking over each other and Wallace's questions are too long and they're not pointed, nobody really wins. So everybody can say, okay, I know I'm going to get this all night long. Who won? Who won the debate? So Joe Biden won a little bit of the debate. I'm not weaseling out here, by the way. I'm trying to be as fair and honest as I can. Because he was articulate in the sense that he didn't lose his train of thought. He memorized stuff and he was able to get it out. Stumble around, but everybody stumbles around. He was indignant. He called Trump a clown, should not have done it. A liar, should not have done it. You know, calling names doesn't get us anywhere. Trump didn't call him names. He didn't, Sleepy Joe, you're a loser. He didn't do that. But Trump did interrupt a little bit too much. So Biden won in the sense that he presented himself as a guy who wasn't damaged mentally. And he wasn't overly aggressive, where Donald Trump is Donald Trump. Sharper of the two, I think Trump was a little bit sharper than Biden, but it wasn't a huge gap, and that's what Trump supporters in the White House were hoping for. There was going to be a major gap. It wasn't, but again, when you push Biden, when you say, all right, name one group in law enforcement support you. When you do those things, you win. You win. Okay? Wallace was an impediment because he wouldn't take the thread, the important part of the debate, and then reframe the question in a very pithy way to get an answer. So, for example, and I know I'm Monday morning quarterbacking, but I've done this for 45 years, so I know what I'm doing. When Donald Trump dodges the income tax question, you very politely say, Mr. Trump, with all due respect, don't you think Americans should know how much federal income tax you paid? That's all. That's it. And then on Biden, Mr. Vice President, with all due respect, it looks like you enriched your son through the U.S. federal government. That's what it looks like. And you have the facts on hand on how much money Hunter Biden made from Ukraine and how much money he made from China. Again, it doesn't have to do with Hunter Biden. All right? It has to do with corruption. You want to use that word? I wouldn't use it to them, but as an American, I'm going, it's pretty corrupt. It's pretty corrupt. You're taking your ne'er-do-well son and you're shipping him over to Ukraine and China. He's coming back with tens of millions of dollars because you're vice president. That's pretty bad. Trump didn't seize on it and frame it that way. And Wallace wasn't going to help Trump. He didn't help Biden either. He did cut Trump off a couple of times when Biden was shaky. All right, so let's review, and I want to review my tweets here. I think that'll be instructive. I was tweeting, it's at Bill O'Reilly, by the way, live time. So Biden stumbled over the first question about Amy Coney Barrett. He could not get into abortion. He wouldn't say the word abortion. I don't believe he said it. All right. First 7 minutes, Trump won. All right. Then Trump starts to mix it up with Chris Wallace. I didn't think that did the president any good at one time, saying, look, I'm not debating him, I'm debating you. Biden calls Trump a liar. Trump let it go. I was a little surprised by that. Should he have let it go? He's the president. I think I would have said, hey, don't call me a liar. I think I would have done that. But it wasn't a big thing. The healthcare thing is just insane. I never want to hear about it again, please, because you're never going to get a definition from either guy. Both guys are going to say, hey, mine's better. No, yours is not better. All right, fine. President Trump didn't follow up on his big opening in COVID, and that's, hey, Joe, call me xenophobic and a racist when I stop China flights. That's a fact. You want to explain that, Joe? I would have gone back to that 5 times because that takes the whole COVID thing away, takes it out. Trump went back to it once. I would have done it over and over and over. All right? So Biden won on COVID. Trump said that the Democratic states are in chaos. Yes, it's true, but that's not Biden's fault because Biden isn't in office. However, one of the few times Wallace pushed Biden was when he said, did you call the mayor or governor, Mayor Portland, governor of Oregon, and say, hey, you ought to do something about this, did you? And Biden obviously did not. He didn't. He wouldn't. All right? Because Biden isn't going to go against the far left. That's what I learned. I knew it before, but now I know it for sure. All right? I didn't like when Biden called Trump a clown. I didn't think that was dignified. You'll never hear that again. I didn't like it in the Charlottesville, Virginia thing bothers me to this day. Criminal justice, law and order, Biden got clocked on it. Community policing, Biden wants mental health people to go out on 911 calls. I mean, come on. You know, it's impossible. It's impossible. So, all in all, Biden wins a few. Trump won a few more. Tomorrow, the corrupt corporate media will crown Joe Biden a winner. That'll get out all over the place, on every venue, all over. There'll be a few. Talk radio will crown Donald Trump the winner. Fox News Prime Time will probably do that as well. I'll be on the radio with Sean Hannity tomorrow. We'll kick it around a little bit. No decisive win, and I think this is a fair statement, because above all, I want to be fair. No decisive win, but Trump wins on points. And the reason is that Joe Biden looks very, very soft on law and order. Extremely soft. He looks very shaky about enabling his son to make millions and millions of dollars. Very, very shaky. All right? Those are two big issues. Trump looks shaky on the taxes. On the Supreme Court, Trump wins. I think after Amy Coney Barrett testifies and everybody sees her on TV, it's going to be a big win